Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing? How's yourself, young Matt?
Oh, I'm all right, mate. I am all right. Yes, very well, mate.
So look, we've got the lovely beer wench
All right, we've got
here,
good news.
and Mr. Hawkwind. How you doing, buddy? Are you well? Yeah, it's been been about 3 weeks, I think, since we did the last one. We've been meaning to do one, but life's got in the way. We thought we'd do one now. Tyler, how you doing, bud?
That's twice today. I'll talk to him.
Oh, what have you done wrong?
I know.
Don't know. Yeah, well, easy, look. DW, how you doing, buddy?
They're starting to roll in now.
That's it. Yeah, well, I'm on holiday from next Sunday, so we won't be doing one next week anyway. And then I'm working from Tuesday night, so we thought, awesome. We'll go one tonight. And yeah, while I'm away, planning to do 1 or 2 vlog-style videos while we're away.
Yep.
Got one or 2 ideas. Might even go and have a look at that hotel that burned down as well this week. After demolishing.
Yeah. There's something to do.
Yeah. Also, give me a chance to test the new camera out.
Broom handle, stick it through people's windows.
Hey, I can stick a broom handle anywhere.
That's painful, that.
Yeah, patch of land. That's about all that's left of it now. Mr. Bungle, how you doing, bud? Are you well? Yeah. We just thought we'd do a quick impromptu live stream. Well, we say quick. You never know. I think the last one we did was supposed to be a quick, and it ended up being 2 hours.
Yeah, we usually end up waffling on about something.
Absolutely. Well, that's all we're here for. Is just have 2 grumpy old men having a good moan.
Have a waffle about anything that people want to talk about.
All right, buddy. How you doing?
If anybody has funny rashes, we don't talk about those.
Do we not?
Well, my recommendation is take 4 leeches and call me in the morning.
4 leeches, couple of aspirin.
That's all the problem.
Failing that, bottle of whiskey, you're not giving monkeys.
No, you won't care what you got.
No.
I don't really see much on the music scene that's going on at the minute, really.
No.
Not been a lot.
No, there's not been a lot happening. There's some band you may have heard of has released an album, Metallica.
Oh, the heaviest band in the world.
Yeah.
I've listened to a bit more of it, and it's okay.
Yeah, I've not listened to the album yet, but the few songs I've listened to, that's it. They're okay. They're not memorable.
You know, you get that one album, you put an album on and you listen and you go, whoa, yeah, that's fucking amazing. You listen to Metallica's new album, and I'm sure someone who in chat will disagree, and you sort of go, it's all right. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, bit of Bob Calvert, yeah.
Yeah, Matt's more the Hawkwind aficionado here.
I do like him. He was a schizophrenic as well.
Yeah.
Explains a lot, because he was definitely a little bit out there. Was old Bob. That's him. I don't know, with Hawkwind, I've always been I don't know what it is with Hawkwind. I've just always liked their sort of style of.
Yeah,
Well, what style? There isn't really a style. It's just do what you want.
exactly. It's like Spinal Tap went into freeform jazz.
Yeah, I just got a vision of Hawkwind going in the studio and going, right, what are we going to do?
Yeah, whatever.
And just doing anything. Just
Bloody hell, Eric's turned up. Huh? Eric, how you doing, buddy?
I think that's the thing with music. I think you get more playing about with stuff. Playing about, you get a lot. There's been a lot of good music come out of that sort of way of doing things. Not having a like a proper formula as such. Just
exactly. The way I go about it is I'll just jam about until I find a riff that I think, yeah, that's cool. Record that riff, and then just see what else will fit with it. That might take an hour. Might take a couple of months. Uh-oh. Eric's on the booze. He's on the home here. He's after the Belgian blondes again.
Oh, I can't fault him.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this to you before. Sometimes I'll come up with a riff, and then the rest of the song just writes itself.
Yeah. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of stuff written like that over the years. Hell of a lot. A lot of good tracks as well.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it's a sort of metal, and it's not meant to be formulated into a particular way. I don't think.
No.
The only bands I can really think of that did that were bands like Metallica that made it very formulated.
Yeah. I mean, with new stuff that do, it's like, you don't need a 3-minute intro to a song.
No.
Fucking minute tops.
Like I've said before, we all know where Metallica nicked all their fucking riffs from anyway.
Exactly.
It's obvious. Won't be nicking any more.
Exactly, DW. That's exactly the way I do it. Or I'll just come up with a riff and then just try and write some drums to go with them.
It can come off what mood you're in as well. If you're in a pissed off mood, or it's that time of year where something bad happened or good happened. Or...
it's like with the song I did for my mum and Cookie. Those two songs.
Hawkwind, I have not forgotten where Lemmy got his start.
Oh, nobody can forget where Lemmy got his start.
The Rockin' Vickers.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy,
Doing cabaret shows in Blackpool. So, somehow I don't think so, Eric. One day, maybe. We're not a famous reviewer from Scotland.
500 dislikes, that's quite possible.
Yeah.
I don't really care whether people like or dislike it. We just do what we do for
exactly.
fun, enjoy it.
It's like I said to you earlier, people are talking about me or us. They're leaving some poor bugger else alone. I really don't give a monkeys.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bother me. Does not bother me.
Yeah, I mean, there's times when I've just been messing about with pedals and amps.
Yeah.
I'll just come up with a cool riff. Either switch the camera on or switch Studio One on and just record it quickly, just to get that idea down.
I mean, the likes are like Bob
What are
Calvert.
you doing, buddy?
You know, Bob Calvert wrote a lot of poetry as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of his stuff came out of sort of the poetry side of things.
Yeah, just like Jim Morrison.
Yeah, Jim Morrison the same. A lot of people, it comes from all strange places, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the hell Lem got some of his from. I'm not sure, but
probably at the bottom of a bottle of Jack.
well, it worked. It worked.
I did. I was messing about with the new Eurotron drums that's coming out this week.
Yeah.
The other day, and I just sort of come up with this sort of 80s thrash style riff. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
You see, I've done that. You know, we were saying about it earlier. I was, you know, about I was listening to Saint Vitus, and obviously going back to the 80s and the 80s sort of style of metal, and I found myself not listening to half the stuff that is recent and going back to like 80s, the proper period of thrash metal, and I've been listening to a lot of early Slayer and Exodus, and after we were talking the other night, we didn't do a live, we just had a little chat in here with Lisa, and I thought, Exodus, do you know what? I'm going to go back and listen to like a proper album.
I love, absolutely love Exodus, and Gary Hall's guitar playing is absolutely second to none.
It just great, you know, like Metal Wolves.
Yeah.
And the lyrics in it, you just think, oh, for fuck's sake. It's great. It's just, it's almost a fun song.
Yeah.
Exactly,
DW. Well, the beat can definitely determine the type of riff that you write.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah. It's a guitar that will never leave the collection. Oh, there you go. There's one vlog video, a donut review.
Donuts are an important thing of life.
Absolutely. You go to Seaside, you've got to get some donuts.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Or if it's the right seaside, some good fish and chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Another old school sort of thrash death band, Sepultura.
Yeah. I was listening to those at a concert that you and I were both at, and we didn't realise, which was Monsters Rock.
Yeah.
94.
Well, I was talking to DW this morning, or last night as it was for them. We were talking about Sepultura, so I sort of surprised him and pulled out my vinyl copy of Beneath the Remains. I go, there you go, have a look at that.
Yeah. Did anyone else, though, get to a point with Sepultura where they went off them a bit?
It was after the Max era for me. I did listen to the first album with Derek's on vocals. Just didn't do it for me.
It was after, I think it would have been, I think, was it 2000-ish?
Late 90s. It was 96 when, or just after 96, 97 when he left. It'd be sort of like 2000-ish, I think, when
it just sort of lost that
edge to it.
It lost something for me. And I'm sure there's other people there that go, well, it's still a fucking awesome band. Shut up, you idiot. Well,
that's your opinion, and you're quite entitled to it.
If people still love them, well, good on you. Enjoy.
Absolutely.
Enjoy it. He just lost a bit of that rawness and a bit of that edge. Which it was a bit of a shame, to be honest.
Exactly. So soon as Max and Ego had left, yeah.
It went downhill a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we went to see Cavalier Brothers. That was one of the last concerts we went to before lockdown in Sheffield. And they did the full Arise album live. Oh, absolutely fucking awesome. Yeah. Absolutely awesome that night.
Yeah, Max was fucking brilliant. Really, they really were talented guys. I think it was a golden age of metal as well. I'm convinced of that one.
And yeah, DW, Soulfly is another good band.
Yeah, you know, not forgotten about them, but yeah, you just reminded me of them. Yeah.
And the stuff he's done with Igor in Cavalier Conspiracy. That first album, fuck, is brutal as hell. Inflicted.
The thing is, I think a lot of bands, using my love-hate thing for Metallica, when Metallica first started, it was like, yeah, they're really rocking, rocking. And you thought, yeah, they're good. First album, yeah. Second album, yeah. Oh, God. Third album, that was it. It's gone downhill.
Master, it was... I liked Injustice, but as everybody says, we aren't bass. Yeah. If they had some... If they'd have brought the bass up into that would have been a fucking heavy album. And then we go into the Bob Rock years. Oh, fucking load and reload.
You know, I know people love Metallica, and there's a lot of people like them. Just for me, they lost it. They really lost it.
Yeah. Like I said, once it become formulaic and they did the Kiss thing and turned it into a business.
Yeah.
We started charging fucking 125 quid upwards for fucking tickets. Sod that. Hey, it's like the other week we went to see Wednesday 13. There were 4 bands on that night. 22 quid for tickets. Yeah, it were only in a university, but nah.
Yeah, but, you know, 22 quid, all right. A big band, 30, 40 quid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over 100 quid on...
No.
Yeah, no, mate. Not unless it's something real special.
Uh-oh. Gee, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, no.
Yeah. We'll have to get you on one of these.
Yes.
One time, G. If you're up for it. If you're up for having a natty with two old fogies like us.
What are you on about? He ain't that young.
Everybody's younger than us.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah. We've got a Scottish invasion.
Oh, they'll never take our guitar.
I haven't talked to G for a while. I tell you what, he's got a good voice on him, G.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah, next time we do one, I'll we'll have a word. 47, you're only a baby.
How old is Matt? 146. No.
Up to.
I'm 50, 51 this year, mate. I only look old.
You only look 166.
Yeah. Feel it some mornings.
Yeah. That's another gig we're going to in a couple of months.
Do you know, I reckon that'd be a really good gig.
Yeah.
I like Chris Holmes.
Well, we're going to say that 16 quid for Chris Holmes. Yeah, fair enough. It's only a pub. But who cares? I've seen some fantastic gigs in pubs.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, what's up with us?
What we done now?
It's 51. Exactly. That's bass is where bass is what makes an album heavy. Because if you actually listen to isolated guitar tracks off any album, I don't care what band it is, the isolated guitar tracks will sound thin.
Yeah.
You listen to Machine Head, you listen to their isolated tracks, they're thin without the bass.
Yeah. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah. I mean, even Lemmy with his mid-focus bass, all that Cameron Webb did, we just record a second bass without telling Lemmy for low end.
It's no different though. Just because it's Lemmy, it doesn't matter who it is.
Nah.
It's still, as soon as you single that out, you feel you hear it.
There you go, people. Check blocks, 2 channels out. Exactly, that's what people don't realise. Guitar is a mid-heavy. Is a mid-heavy instrument, and to get a heavy guitar sound, you don't need that much gain.
No. I mean, heavier strings can help.
Heavier strings, obviously down tuning a touch. I mean, a lot of the thrash bands only down tune half a step to E flat. I've got a couple that's in E flat, but most of mine are in D standard. Yeah, that's where a lot of money comes as well in guitars. In now sort of lower mids, that sort of 3.5 to 400 frequency range.
Yeah. I mean, the materials of guitar can make a massive difference as well.
Oh, don't get people on about Tonewood.
I'll stir up some trouble.
The most important part of a guitar tone is your speaker. End of. End of. Exactly, Eric. Lower the gain, get more dynamics.
Well, gain on anything only works on the top and bottom end, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. Overkill, yeah. Another good thrash band from back in the day.
Yeah. You know, we're wheeling out some classics tonight.
Okay, yeah.
What is Wheel Testament out?
Oh, Testament. Oh, fucking awesome band. Yeah. Still an awesome band.
Yeah.
87, first time I saw Testament. Supporting Anthrax.
I've been going a while of Old Testament, mate.
Supporting Anthrax, and they absolutely blew Anthrax off the stage.
I like Anthrax.
Yeah. Hank, how you doing, buddy? I bet you did, you dirty bugger.
I might pick up a guitar again at some point. Anthrax is I like.
I do like Anthrax.
The band that I'm not another band that I'm not very well. It's more the lead singer, the Ginger Whinger.
Ginger Whinge. Ginger and Whinge.
Ginger and Whinge.
See, he's Ginger and Whinge all in one.
Oh, that man is oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The story behind that, we went to see Exodus and Obituary.
Yep.
The other band that were on was Prong, and the fourth band that was on, first band of the night, King Parrot from Australia. Sort of death metal, sort of grindcore, bit of thrash in there. And yeah, he was a big fat Australian dude with big fat sweaty moves from the barbecue. Oh.
Who should have kept his
Davy
t-shirt?
Jones, how you doing, buddy? Are you well?
Who should have kept his t-shirt on?
Jesus, yeah. We weren't a pretty sight, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Just
Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Glad you're doing well. Yeah. Apart from that, it was a good evening. I think King Parrot are a good band. They're definitely well worth checking out.
yeah, I'll have to give that a look. And try and avoid sweaty Australians.
Yeah. Yeah, she still has nightmares about it. And before you start, that's not because of my sweaty moves.
No.
My moves aren't sweaty. I've been in the shower.
I bet there are a few sweaty boobs at that last gig you went to.
Oh, I think there were definitely a few teenage and non-teenage boys that were getting a bit sweaty.
Oh dear.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there's a band, one of the support bands for the Wednesday 13 gig is, I think they're an Italian band called Sick and Beautiful. And the lead, and the lead singer has got this outfit on where she's got RGB boobies. And the drummer's got green painted boobies.
I mean, what more could you ask for in life than glow in the dark boobies?
You can't ask for much more than RGB boobs. I bet she will. Oh, would it? That other gig I was telling you about other night, the Napalm Death gig, where Shane was playing in 3 of the 4 bands.
Yeah.
One of the bands he was playing in, Lock Up. Their singer, their vocalist now is Kevin Sharp of Brutal Truth.
Right.
And yeah, he come off stage, he walked past us. Oh, Jesus Christ, fucking B.O. It's like, Jesus, man. I know you just come off stage, but Christ. At least squirt some deodorant on after you've come off.
Oh, yeah. Style B.O. is...
Yeah, stale B.O. And then he went and sat behind fucking merch store.
Oh, dirty bastard.
That's the one, G. Yep. No, I think Brutal Truth have stopped now. I think as soon as Dan got to 50, he said, that's it, we're stopping. I think he's still doing stuff with Nuclear Assault every now and again, though.
I'm surprised that he quit, though, to be honest.
Yeah. I think they might do odd shows here and there, but I don't think I think that's as much of a touring band. I don't think they'll be doing tours anymore.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, Kevin Sharp. He's another nutjack. Went to see them with Fear Factory, 91, 92-ish, give or take.
Yeah.
A small club up in Bradford. I don't think it's there anymore. Rio's at Bradford. And at middle at set, Kevin Sharp gets hold of this hand grinder and a piece of fucking steel, and over the fucking crowd, fucking sparks are flying. Oh, fuck. See you later.
Yeah, he's a bit of a nutcase, isn't he?
Yeah. Mind you, I think he was in an asylum for a while.
Yeah. It's a bit worrying, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I prefer smaller, intimate venues. I mean, yeah, fair enough. You don't get the full stage show in smaller places, but I think you get a better atmosphere.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah. You go to like big shows.
Yeah.
Monsters of Rock. I mean, yeah, the atmosphere there we used to be really good, but it's chaos.
Yeah.
It is absolute chaos.
Been to a few shows at Sheffield Arena, and yeah, like I say, it's all right. You get a good show, but I still prefer going at Sheffield City Hall to see a bigger band.
Yeah, I've been to quite a few. I've been lucky. I've been to quite a few like the smaller venues and like the old cinemas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I prefer that. I mean, I do get jam packed, but it's. I don't know. It's just like the whole place is moving.
Yeah, I mean we've been to a few gigs now at that at Manchester Uni. All been great gigs.
Yeah.
Been to a couple of shows at another place in Manchester. It's only another small place. Oh, what's it called now? Can't remember the name of it. I'll find it in a minute. It's another small place, but cracking shows there every time we've been.
I mean, Rock City in Nottingham used to be, but they've changed all that now.
Yeah, I think we went. I think we went to the last gig at the Rocks there just before they were going to change it all. Machine Head.
I mean, I can remember going to Rock City when it was busy. Well, I worked there because I used to do the door, so I worked there as well. But I can remember walking in there, and you used to stick to the floor.
Yeah.
And when it got really busy in there on a hot night, the ceiling used it dripped with the sweat.
Eric, we know why you love ginger.
Well, is this a Viking thing?
Yeah, no. You never know.
Has Eric got ginger nuts?
We might have. He lives in Belgium, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, blondes are psychos.
Hey, I've been married twice. They're both redheads, gingers, and they were both fucking lunatics. I think personally, this is just my luck with women myself.
Well, yeah.
I mean, even this one's a bit nuts.
Well, yeah, she's with you. Yeah. All right, Eric. Yeah, we'll believe you. We're setting Big G off and all now. Steady yourself, G. You're getting on in years now. What's that ticker?
His desk is now doing that, mate. It's rocking.
Oh, it's doing that. Bless you. Good.
A sweet voice.
Well, I played a bit of ginger to a kid, and to a kid I used to work with. It was Pisces, and it starts off with a nice. Oh, this is all right. Then she goes into go. Oh, the fuck. But then again, he listens to Marillion, so there's no accounting for taste.
I like the way Charles having a marital discussion over ginger here.
Yeah. like any of them's got a chance. They can all have the fantasies.
Exactly. We can all dream.
You never know.
Yeah, that's one for the dustbin.
Absolutely. Yeah, we know what G's going to be dreaming about tonight. Ginger's heart.
Well, it's got an I and an R in it. Let's put it that way.
Bless you. That don't surprise me, Eric. It's been all right here. It might be that Monsieur Macron sort of throttling your internet.
Well, so it looks all right as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it looks all right here. So that's yeah, stream's good. We're not dropping any frames.
Yeah.
Mind you, it might be YouTube.
Oh, YouTube had a wobbly over Ginger's ass. That's what it is.
That's it, yeah. Well, looks like it settled down, but it was YouTube.
And it was only while we were talking about Ginger.
Absolutely. We'll move on from that subject then.
Yeah.
Here's one we were talking about the other night. Songs you love to hate. And it don't have to be rock songs.
I love to hate. Oh, there's a few Def Leppard songs.
There's that fucking Bryan Adams song, because it was fucking played everywhere.
Oh.
Fucking wet, wet, wet.
Baby Shark. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Come on, Corey. How are you doing down there in the basement?
Hey, I got one for you. The Barbie song.
Oh, freaking hell, yeah. Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not a Def Leppard fan. Sorry. They were overplayed.
Yeah, but everybody hates Rick Astley.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some sort of rock or metal songs.
Well, I like to keep stoking you in the fire, Corey.
A few of Korn's songs.
A few Kiss songs.
Yeah, most of them.
Back in fucking 80s, all you could hear were fucking Crazy, Crazy Nights. Give it a rest. It's not even that good a song.
Aerosmith. Any of their newer stuff, because it usually gets used on like crap films.
Oh, fucking hell. Bronski Beat. Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, Nickelback. Yeah,
Nickelback.
Oh, mainly because of the lead singer being such a prize cucumber. Yeah, not a fan of the lead singer.
No.
System of a Down was another one that we were on about.
Yeah.
Toxicity.
See, I was never a big fan of Zeppelin.
I like Zeppelin, but they're overplayed again.
Yeah. See, out of that era, I were always a Sabbath fan. I just found
Sabbath was always the heavier sound.
Yeah, I just found Jimmy Page's guitar tone too scratchy for my liking.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Corey.
Yeah. I mean, they're all talented guys. It's just yeah. I mean, same with Floyd. For me, I was never a Pink Floyd fan, but you love them.
But they are overplayed.
Yeah. But then again, I never really got into any of that 70s prog rock or even modern prog rock metal.
That's because I'm cultured, you see.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Well, it starts with C anyway.
Cultured or stoned, one or two.
Stoned quite often while I was listening. The thing is, right, everybody says Pink Floyd, Dark Side, Dark Side of the Moon, and greatest album ever made. It wasn't even Pink Floyd's greatest album. But I mean, we'll leave that one alone.
Yeah.
I think it's
Stones. I'm never a big fan of Stones.
It's definitely a personal thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Beatles, I don't mind odd Beatles track.
Other bands.
Blue Oyster Cult, they did some cracking tracks.
Yeah, they did.
But then again, at times, Don't Fear the Reaper's overplayed, even though it's a good song.
Massively overplayed. If you ask anyone, Blue Oyster Cult, that's the track they'll come up with.
Yeah. Oh, The Animals.
Yeah, because people only know one fucking song.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on about as well. Old Pink Floyd, you go back to the time of when it was still Sid Barrett was involved. Probably first 2 albums. Which Interstellar is one of my favourite songs.
Yeah.
And The Gnome. That's another one of my favourite songs. But anyway. I did LSD to that. Wow. That was a strange experience. That's for late night talk, though, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for a late night podcast.
I'll tell you another band. They're not necessarily overplayed, but I just don't like the whole attitude of them. Was Wings.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney and I like Paul. I think Paul McCartney's very talented. But it was like the Mole of Kintyre and Look at Me, Aren't I Wonderful sort of era.
I'm Paul McCartney. I'm fucking awesome.
And he is good. He is good. But
yeah,
God, he was a cock. Another band for you, and it's every album they've ever released. Yes.
That were another band I couldn't stand.
You know, their album should have been about 6 years long.
Yeah.
Because every track was like a solo of Rick Wakeman doing a solo for like 3 hours, you know.
Oh, fucking hell. Rick Wakeman and his fucking 12-year fucking keyboard solos. Why? Just why?
It wasn't even like a good solo. It was just him going on and on and on. Somebody find the plug and pull it out. Fuck him up.
Yeah. Can we get confirmation of that, Corey?
What does he now?
I'll have to ask Kristen about that. See whether the rumours are true. Corey, we'll have to get Corey on a live as well again at some point. I think Corey's always good for a live. Especially if we can get it on a Sunday again. Absolutely, she did marry you.
Yeah, but how do we know there wasn't payment involved?
No. No worries, Corey. We'll set. We don't worry. There's going to be plenty more live streams. We're going to get Big G on, get you on, get Brian on again.
Well, that'll save us doing any talking.
I'll ask Bobby Torres. I'm sure Bobby will be up for another live stream at some point. And get him on one Saturday or Sunday night. He is. Oh, Bowers are absolutely brilliant. My main man. Daryl, how you doing, buddy? You finished all your video editing or you're in the middle of it?
You know what Brian's like? You know the machines at the seaside that you put the 10p in and then they go on and on and on. Even if that's Brian, isn't it? Just no, he's great. Oh, Brian. Great.
Yeah, Daryl's getting into a bit of video editing now. He's getting a few clients together.
Wow.
He's got his own channel as well. Does some fucking good stuff on there.
Video, I hate doing anything to do with video editing. It is such a pain in the arse.
Awesome. Well, we mentioned one already, the one with the ginger whinger.
I'll give you that, Mr. Bungle. Yeah, Kiss, definitely. I do like some Kiss tracks. But yes, there is certainly at least one wanker in that band.
Yeah.
Another band that has been mentioned already, and I do actually quite like them, was Wasp.
All right, buddy.
I liked some of Wasp's albums.
Yeah. Just
And
Blackie Lawless is a toss spot.
Blackie Lawless is the reason that the man you're going to see ended up in such a bad place. You know, it was. He destroyed himself, but other bands. A band I mentioned, which is Def Leppard. I think Def Leppard, the band, are good. The lead singer, from what I've seen, I've never met him as a person, but from what I've seen in interviews and other stuff and things I've heard, he's not a very nice person, Joe.
Yeah, and he's he's a typical lead singer. He's just full of himself.
You know, the band round him, very talented, some very talented guys, actually. You know, including the one-armed drummer. Bless him.
Still better than last. We're getting all G's fantasies tonight. A bit of Lucy Lawless. Yeah, I've heard that about Jeff Tate. He's a bit of a toss spot.
I suppose another band I could say about, and I'm probably going to get shot down here, but is Nirvana. I think Nirvana were a really good band at the time. But I do think Kurt Cobain was a bit of a tosser, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
He got that name now because obviously he's dead. And I'm not saying he deserved to die or anything like that. I'm not being hateful.
No.
But he got famous because of that. You know, the woe is me, isn't my life terrible, I'm a drug addict and all that. And
Nikki Sixx is definitely a tosser.
Oh, Motley Crue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Motley Crue. I do like some of their stuff. I really do. I think, you know.
Yeah, as I said, I think out of that era of bands, that sort of 80s hair metal, Motley and probably Wasp and the rest of them, yeah.
Just trying to think of anybody really. I mean, Nickelback.
Well,
I think everybody hates that lead singer.
Gallagher, Gallagher's. Yeah.
The Gallagher brothers, yeah. I mean, Lisa was saying that. It was Lisa saying the other night about them too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's not a fan of them, I discovered. And I totally agree with her, to be honest.
I think if she ever saw me in person, she'd want to borrow that weighted baseball bat you've got.
Yeah, crack them around the head with it. Yeah, I think Lisa was totally right in what she's saying, because they're arrogant. They're so arrogant. There's no need for it.
I mean, if you go in the opposite direction, go back to Anthrax again. I mean, yeah, I've met them only met them once after a gig, and they all seem pretty cool dudes.
Well, Anthrax is, they're really nice. From what I've seen in interviews, they seem like really chilled, genuine, decent people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. You see some of them on stage and you think, well, a classic one's Barney, of course. You know,
Yeah,
no pun
I agree,
intended.
mate.
You see Barney on stage and you go, oh, fuck. He comes off stage and he's like this mild-mannered man who drinks a cup of mint tea.
Yeah.
And he absolutely lovely bloke. Uh,
Oh, nice one, Corey.
I'm going to risk it and I'm going to say Pantera. Because of the... Now, before you end up lynching me for this, I will say Phil, in his younger days, I had a lot of respect for. And I think he had a phenomenal voice. And I think he was, really good. And then he got involved in the drugs thing. And like a lot of people, it went sideways badly. And I don't think he'll ever come back from it now.
Nah. Yeah, and I think Corey's agreeing with you there.
To me, it was a waste because Phil wrecked a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, as everybody knows, I'm a huge Pantera fan. Yeah, Phil just, like Lisa says, just ruined himself with certain incidents he's done on stage, plus certain substances he's taken over the years.
Well, I mean, there's the heroin and all that abuse that he's given his body. And I'm not here to judge anybody on what they do. If you want to do heroin, that's up to you. But I wouldn't advise it because it doesn't do your body a lot of good.
Well, no, Rick, it wouldn't have been Pantera without him, but
I do agree with you as well there, Eric. It's like, evening, Bill. Evening, buddy. I think
Bill,
there was a golden era of Pantera.
Yeah.
And I'm a really big Pantera fan. Same, like Lee and Lisa. Love them to bits. Sadly now, both of the brothers Abbots have gone, which is it was very sad. And Phil, well, I think Phil's gone, but we ain't quite dead yet.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to admit, I think that's my favourite Pantera album.
Great Southern Trendkill. Yeah, good choice.
I know. A lot of people, it's far beyond Driven, but for me, it's Southern Trendkill. I absolutely fucking love that album.
I'm gonna be diplomatic for once. I'm gonna say with Pantera, it depends on my mood.
Yeah,
because there's certain certain albums just seem to fit depending on my mood. I love all their stuff though, I really do. And anybody who doesn't like, I think for me, I think the guitar work on Pantera's album, Dime. Yeah, well,
it goes to what me and Dida we'll talk about a lot, especially with Pantera. It's all about the groove. Dime can write a complicated riff, he can write a bog standard easy riff, but it all got that fucking groove to it.
He definitely, Dime had a habit, or he had the ability, I should say, to hook you.
Yeah.
He could hit, and he would suck you into listening to that.
Either that or he just give you a black tooth grin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. He's done some good Sunday with Owlers. Not done one for a while. Might do one in a few weeks.
Here's one for you then. Where do you reckon, if it hadn't happened, what had happened with the stage and the shooting and all that? Where do you reckon Dime would be now?
Dime, I don't care. It'd still be on stage somewhere.
I just wonder where he would have gone, what direction he would have taken. I was thinking about it the other night. I'd have loved to have seen what he did. Obviously, you never get to know, but I think it could have been very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, even excuse me, even if it was still Damage Plan and they were still just playing small clubs, Dime would still be up there, still be rocking out.
Dime was another one who's his own worst enemy, though, in a lot of respects. But clean and sober. Ooh.
Well, apparently, I saw an interview with Zach a couple of years back, and apparently he was trying to get clean towards end. I think that last year or so.
I think the thing with it's like Vinny, because obviously Vinny went downhill after Dime went.
Massively.
And I think losing Dime was obviously that just pushed Vinny over the edge.
Yeah.
That was the end of it, wasn't it? That's the sad thing. That thing on the stage killed both of them.
Yeah. It's like one of them. You're never gonna get overseeing something like that.
I don't see how you could.
Nah. Especially with it being your brother as well.
Yeah.
That dude must have been in some fucking pain till his unfortunate demise.
Yep. Yeah, it's not good. Really not good. And that I put that whole thing down to the fact that it was a case of undiagnosed schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And the health services did not notice it.
Absolutely, G. Absolutely. They're just gels off. No worries, Corey.
See you later, Corey.
So catch you later.
Yeah, we'll move on to a more cheerful subject.
Absolutely.
You're saying about Zach Wilde. I don't see much of what Zach's doing lately. He's been
he's doing the Pantera thing, isn't he, at the minute?
Yeah.
And he's probably writing fucking riffs for the next BLS record.
Yeah.
Record. That's showing me fucking age.
EP.
Yeah.
Extra play on 78.
Oh. Talking of 78s, we watched the new Evil Dead film the other night.
Any good?
Yeah. It's definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Nope. Not that one. Not yet. I've got the Tonex software, but I've not got the pedal yet. It's at the minute it's a bit out of my budget. I've got the. It's not the new Headrush. I've got the Headrush MX5 that I'm going to be doing some videos on shortly. But yeah, that Tonex pedal looks good. Another pedal I've been looking at. I was telling Matt the other day. That new Laney pedal. That's actually an amp inside a pedal. That iron out pedal. That's a pedal I'm interested in looking at. And it's not a bad price either. Going to the guitar show, which I will be vlogging in about 3 weeks. Yeah, 21st of May, 3 weeks-ish. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there might be somebody there with one of them Laney pedals so I can try it out. And if there is,
At the price.
yeah, I mean, was it 190 quid for basically 60-watt amp in a pedal? Yeah, I got to admit, I am a fan of Laney sound. I think that's a Black Sabbath thing. That's a Tony Iommi thing.
Yeah. We wouldn't have this heavy sound if it wasn't for Tony, would we? Yeah, Tony.
Yes, Eric. I have the MX5 version.
Mr. Haynes.
Mr. Haynes, how you doing, buddy? Are you well? Charles?
Another Scot. God, we're getting invaded again.
It's that Scottish invasion again.
Quick, put the wall back up. Keep the bastards out.
Take Doncaster with you.
Oh, dear. I ain't seen anything. I know Mike's been busy. He's been away doing his talks that he does.
Yeah.
To help bring community together and all of this hatred of, the Muslim hatred shit that people talk about.
Exactly.
Does a lot of good,
Bill.
Mike.
Exactly, Bill. There's only Tony can get that sound. Many have tried. Many have failed. What a lot of people don't realise is, as well as the amp, he had a treble boost in front of the amp as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like you, Eric. There's some good Scots dudes up there. Like, anyway, there's some good ones, there's some bad ones.
I have nothing against the Scots. I'm just winding Mike up and G. Anyway, G's over in Ireland.
Oh, well, he's one of them, is he?
Yeah, he's a paddy. I think G was born Clydebank. I think he said. Sure, it was Clydebank, he said.
I've not seen that one from Glenn yet. I'll have to check that one out. I'm a bit behind on everybody's videos, too busy doing my own. Yeah, he sure did, Bill. Uh-oh. Speak of the devil.
Oh, you've done it now.
How you doing? How you doing?
Hey up, Brian.
Never. I'm not having that. Sunshine in Scotland.
Is it real? or you've not like got the Scottish National Party haven't put a fake sun up.
Absolutely, yeah. You're always summoned here, mate.
See, I told you black witchcraft worked.
Absolutely. That 6-inch model of Stonehenge
Yeah.
that's in danger of getting squashed by the midgets. We're good, Bri. We're good.
Yeah.
Just having a moan.
I would a moan and a waffle. Same as normal, really.
Absolutely. Have a moan, have a waffle, have a quick live stream before I go off on my jollies next week.
Right.
Well, yeah. It was Aberdeen. Awesome. Looking forward to hearing the new music you've got coming out. I've got a couple of videos recorded today. Just about got one edited. Just got to do the final editing on that, and then that'll be up on Friday. That's when the Yoga Song drums come out. Unless Ron does his usual and puts them out the day before.
See, Scotland and Ireland are a lot alike. Ireland's the same. Ireland has two sorts of weather. It has heavy rain and rain. That's the Irish weather.
That rain that gets you wet and that rain that gets you piss wet through.
Yeah. Rain that's got to get into the pub.
Yeah, it's a proper family holiday.
It should be good, though, should be.
Yeah.
Away, and I know you got some stuff to
Yeah,
do.
got some personal stuff to do as well nowadays.
No,
Anybody that knows. Anybody that's been here a while knows. Cheers, Bri. Yeah. Got another one on somewhere from when we went to see him. That were a good night out, that actually.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. They were pretty good live.
He's done well for himself, hasn't he? Old Frog Leap Studios.
Yeah, Leo, he's done very well for himself.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, film it if there's like a mass murder. You make money on that, don't you? You know, bang it on YouTube.
So I've not watched a lot of this stuff for a while.
I think it's like anything, Brian. People put out some stuff you'll like, some you won't.
Sometimes I find I know everybody's got their own guitar tone, guitar sound, but I think sometimes for different songs, I think you could do with changing it up a little bit.
Yeah. I prefer when he does sort of his jokey messing about stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's better at doing that than he is doing, like, if he tries to do covers of stuff, it is a bit.
Although APRS arc on that, it's not a bad tone at all, that. I still keep dipping into that amps him every now and again. So I've been messing about with that new Berry amp from Audio Assault, and I'm quite digging that at the minute. You're getting some good tones out of that. One tone I've been messing about with. I've got a pretty decent sort of 80s thrash tone out of that.
You're not been using your fart pedal then?
Well, funnily enough, the actual main guitar sound, what was that Berry amp on that track? I'm saying, if it's just for songs, obviously for the videos, yeah, that'll change. But if it's just for odd songs, then yeah, I'll go for different guitar sounds. But if it's for an EP, then I'll try and keep the sort of guitar sound pretty similar, unless I'm going for a specific tone on certain song. Cheers, Brian. Yeah, like I said to Eric earlier, that guitar's not leaving the collection, and I think everybody knows why. Hashtag fart metal.
It's the way forward.
So it's a new genre. I've invented it. Uh-oh. We've had the invasion of the Scots. Now we've got the invasion of the fucking Irish. He's going to get banned, him. Fucking Blink 182.
Blink 182. Oh dear.
So I've not tried any of the STL stuff yet. Not the amp pub stuff. I've got the Ignite Emissary. The Gajira from Neural, that's a good amp sim. I've got that. That is a good amp sim. I've not tried the Parallax yet on bass. I've got their version of the Dark Glass. That's a good. I've used that on quite a few tracks. Yeah, so I've heard, G. I've heard. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Gary. An amp sim I do want to try out eventually. Joey Sturgis has just put one out, and it's based on Dino Cazares' tone, Free Factory.
Ooh.
Yeah. From a couple of clips I've heard, yes. That's definitely worth it. That's definitely worth looking at. Yeah, but Gary, punk rock died in the 70s.
There were some good punk rock bands that came out of Ireland, but not in the 90s.
Yep.
You know, bands like Stiff Little Fingers.
Stiff Little Fingers, Undertones.
Yeah, obviously. Fergal Shaky.
Hey, well, whatever he does in his own time is his own business. Yeah, I've heard that, G. He's gone full digital these days.
See, I just think punk died a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, the Headrush has got some bass amp sims in there, so I'm interested. I'm going to try a few of them out in Headrush. Yeah, I'd agree with you there, Bill, especially the more sort of 90s onwards. Definitely.
I'll give you that. Queen, yeah.
Queen were always a good band.
Yeah.
Did some fucking heavy tracks in the early days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely stonking heavy tracks in the early days.
Yeah.
And they wanted to tie your mother down as well.
No trouble. She's dead.
Both of us. Oh, dear.
Songs like Brighton Rock.
Brighton Rock, yep. Fat Bottom Girls.
Yep.
Sorry, enough of my fantasies.
Moving on from our fantasies. Yeah. Seven Seas of Rye, yeah.
Yep.
The Ogre song. White Witch.
Bill, she's probably healthier than most of us.
So I'm not allowed to tie your mum up then, Bill? Oh, it's just me. Well, that's buggered it. Where's he gone? Oh, well.
Don't know what I'm there.
And he's back. Yep, we're still live.
Yeah, we're still alive. We're still alive. Don't know what happened.
What happened?
He must have got the heebie-jeebies. Hey, that's your job later.
He ejaculated himself.
There's probably ain't that many about when they were Smile.
I think Queen as a band were a bit of a one-off, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, there's never really been another band that sounds similar.
I don't think there ever will be. I mean, there's one thing you say about Freddie. He could do it live as well as on record.
Oh, and sing.
Yeah, that as well.
You know, an underrated band that I've been listening to quite a lot lately? Budgie.
Budgie, yeah. That's one for the teenagers.
Yeah, Budgie. That's some heavy riffs in there and all.
Yeah.
Proper heavy. There was some good stuff came out in the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
Some real good heavy stuff.
Anvil.
Oh, a bit of Anvil.
Who's that, Budgie? Oh, you've heard a couple of the songs because Metallica have covered them.
Bread Fan.
That's it, Bread Pan. I think they've done another one as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
Budgie,
they did.
They were a band from Wales. Raven, yeah, another good band. Another one of the early sort of proto thrash bands.
Yeah.
Up there from Newcastle.
Some good bands came out around Newcastle.
Yeah. And then there were Venom.
Do you know, Slade. Slade always get the song that Slade will have forever be known for.
Yeah.
Is Noddy Older screaming Merry Christmas, right?
Yeah. But they had some fucking cracking songs beside that.
They were actually a skinhead band before that.
Yeah. In 60s, the management decided to make them into a skinhead band. A skinhead band playing violins.
John, what was it? Not John Noddy Holder is his real name. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. We've got to watch Live Magic again from Wembley. Bill's on there. He gets everywhere, that Bill.
You're at stage left briefly. Is that before they threw you off the stage? Oi, fuck off.
Oh, Bill, you should have been with us at that Wednesday 13 gig. You'd have seen RGB boobies. We're back to RGB boobies again.
Seems to be a recurring thing tonight,
Isn't it? Yeah, that's what they all say, Bill.
Working.
Well, he turned up.
I believe it starts in a W and ends in an ing.
Definitely block. Yep, Montred.
Oh, yes.
No worries, Brian. We'll catch you later on. We'll get you on again sometime.
See you later, Brad.
No battery required.
Oh, you could have been in there, Bill. You could have been a secret affair with Freddie Mercury.
Who says he weren't?
Wow. He does walk a bit funny, does that?
Well,
There's something you want to tell us? Or was it Elton John? I was adjusting your stalls.
see how the day goes first. I've got your message, G. I'll answer you back in a bit after the stream. Hey, well, if you're up for it, missus.
That could make Tesco shopping trips fun.
Hey. Me neither, Bill. I'm not a big fan of his.
Elton John, yeah.
Yeah.
Not my sort of thing. Not my sort of thing.
I think the only song I can really listen to of his is Saturday Night. And I actually prefer the Flotsam and Jetsam version.
Yeah. It doesn't sound very convincing, though, Elton John singing about going out and fighting, does it?
Yeah.
I mean, if Elton John came up and threatened you, you'd just laugh at him. I suppose it depends what he threatened you with.
Well, no, I'm not listening to any of the solo albums either. Well, and need high heels. He's only a fucking short ass.
Yeah.
Why do you think he sits down behind the piano?
I don't know. I just don't like him.
Nah.
Apart from his music, I find him creepy.
Yeah, it's definitely creepy.
I'm sure there's people out there who love Elton John to bits. But
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably block.
well, there's been a few people that wore high heels on stage, wasn't
Yeah.
there? Tom Jones used to. Sammy Davis Jr. He was no
Yep.
short ass.
Kiss. Kiss and their 6-inch platforms.
Yeah. Anyone else read about Gene Simmons passing out on stage the other week?
I saw it. I've not read it, but I did see it.
You can tell how much of a shit I gave because I read Gene Simmons passes out on stage. I was like,
Yeah. That's
Anybody
yeah,
else?
that's basically what I thought. Oh, okay.
Oh well.
Sweet, I'm a bit hit and miss with Sweet. Some of the songs are fantastic, and then some of the songs are like What We Smoking, like Papa Joe.
Ballroom Blitz.
The Ballroom Blitz is good.
Blockbuster, yeah.
Ox on the Run.
Did a few good songs.
Yeah, Oxygen. Matt Bolan did some good stuff and all.
Yeah.
T-Rex, I think they're, mind you, they must be all in the 70s now, T-Rex.
Yeah, Tom Jones. I wouldn't say I hate him.
No, Tom Jones is to Wales. He was like Engelbert Humperdinck is to Scarborough.
Yeah. I mean, he's done well in his career as Tom. He has done well.
Oh yeah, you can't knock him for that.
But the problem is, he's a bit like Gene Simmons. He hasn't aged gracefully. You know, Gene Simmons is got to be coming up to 70 or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's in his 70s.
And you can see he is, but he's still acting like a fucking 18-year-old. And you think,
Yeah.
Please, just stop. Please. Just no more. I'll give you that. Yeah, he has got a good voice. Yeah, Tom Jones in his day, and probably still now, he has got a good voice. Not my style of music, to be honest. If I'm honest,
it's like what a comedian said once, that they should stop singing them in Wales and start digging some coal up.
I think Hawkwind is not a Gene Simmons fan. Gene Simmons is a knob.
Correct.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Yeah, you're not going to get any disagreements from here.
I don't think you get any argument from probably 95% of people on the planet, including the other members of KISS.
Taylor, long time no see. How you doing, buddy? Are you all right? I hope you're not ripping up them shirts again, listening to Sexy Boy. I'm not going to cast any aspersions on him and tell everybody that he's a Shawn Michaels fan.
Each to their own, mate. Each to their own.
Well, yeah, but Bill, I mean, Kinks got banned in the 70s just because of the name of the band. Because the BBC thought it was kinky. What the fuck?
Yeah. And yet, if you go through some of the songs that they banned and you go through some of the stuff they allowed through, it's quite amusing because there's certain tracks that they allowed through and the lyrics in them are so fucking obviously something else.
Well, if the rumours are true, yeah, that's so much stuff that's been banned, especially by the BBC over the years. Just like,
well, the band,
really?
I mean, the band Frankie Ghost Hollywood, didn't they?
Yep.
Not that I'm a big fan of that sort of music, but they banned it because it was gay. They were gay.
Yeah.
Well,
half the musicians you have on BBC are fucking gay.
yeah, and half the people that are actually doing the shows on Top of the Pops for BBC are paedophiles.
Yep.
Sorry to go that dark on everybody, but it was a fact at the time.
Yeah.
They'd quite happily put the likes of Gary Glitter and people like that on there.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't. I mean, I know Motorhead Lemmy got banned a couple of times. But they were banning stuff like that. But they would allow. It's just twisted. It's twisted, but.
Yeah. It makes you wonder what these people had on certain people high up in the BBC.
Yeah, Jimmy, exactly. Jimmy Savile.
Yeah, exactly. Block.
And I personally believe it wasn't just people like Jimmy Savile, Hall, and there was a couple of others. I think there were people in management there.
Yeah.
Because it got swept under the carpet. It was like, shh, it'll go away.
Yeah, he did an admit by certain MPs as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what was it? Cyril Smith was.
Cyril Smith, yeah. Who just happened to be in Rochdale.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all seen that interview with John Lydon.
Exactly. Yeah. But at the time, I mean, there's video evidence of that, but yeah, it's yeah, Jim will fix it for you. Yeah.
Fixed it for somebody.
He fixed it for quite a few people. Unfortunately, what he did was well, my personal view on it is I'd like to have fixed him by a rope to something, but
Yeah. Asked him to take a long walk off a short pier.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But this is big media all over. They'll talk about whoever it is popular at the time and they'll slag them off and put them down. But they won't. If it's something within their community, they'll keep it quiet.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for years and years and years.
I've heard that too, Orwin.
Yeah, I
don't mind a bit of Foo Fighters. But I listen to them all the time. Nah.
No, it's like certain songs I pick out of.
Yeah.
But I quite like Dave Grohl.
Yeah, Dave Grohl's supposed to be a decent dude from all accounts.
Again, big friends with Lem. So
Ooh. Drummer for me, I think it'd either be Bill Ward, Charlie Benante, or Vinnie Paul. I'd go with two-prong guitar attack, Dimebag, and Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden.
very interesting.
Yeah. Vocalists. Bruce, I love Bruce. So yeah, I'd go with Bruce. Bass. Either Lemmy or Steve Harris.
Drummer. Ooh. See, I'd go with. I'd say Bill Ward. He's not very good at the complicated ones.
Yeah, he only does simple stuff.
Only does simple stuff, but I do love Bill Ward. Who we got? Guitarist.
How long you got?
Ooh. I think I would go for. I'll go plain Jane. I'll just go with a single guitarist, lead guitarist. I'm going to go with Zach. Zach Wild. Let's have a look. A bass. I'm going to go a bit old school. I'm going to go with John Entwistle.
Good choice.
Because he was very similar to Lem in that case. Play some real rhythmic bass. What's that leave us with? A lead singer. It's a difficult one with lead singers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll go with a modern lead singer, quite modern. I'm going to go with Corey Taylor.
Yeah. Another guitarist you could possibly put in there, and we mentioned him earlier, Gary Holt.
Yeah, Gary Holt. Yeah, very underrated.
Yeah.
I mean, I forgot about Tony Iommi as well. I mean, Tony again,
the riff master.
Without Tony, there's so much you wouldn't have. A phenomenal guitarist.
Yeah.
I
know. Sorry, Taylor, but I'm just not a big Tool fan. Never have been. Yeah, I heard that as well, Bill. Back in '81.
I think Tool as a band are a bit. You either really, really love them, or you just. It's a no. You can't. You just. There's no in between with them.
You are wanting to get banned, aren't you, Gary?
That's it. Get him out.
Fucking
get rid of the lot.
Fuck. Fucking Monster Energy metal.
Go and open another can of fucking potatoes. I think. Oh yeah, I mean Cozy Powell, great, another good drummer.
Another great drummer, yeah.
You know,
another one gone too soon.
Yeah, he was 50s, just I think.
Yeah.
I think there's some. I think for me though, it's the Bill Ward thing. Is I better explain this. That somebody said Bill Ward could only play simple drum beats. Somebody, it doesn't matter who, but somebody said it.
Yeah.
Taylor
Wrong's who we're talking about.
What they forgot was that Bill Ward was, before he ever started drumming with Sabbath, was a jazz drummer. So he certainly knew how to play that sort of swing beat, and he could do things with the drum. Neil Peart, same. Yeah. Neil Peart's another, or was, bless him, another very good drummer. Yeah, Bill Ward for me, Neil Peart, they're sort of.
Yeah, I've read countless interviews with the ex-Slayer drummer Dave Lombardo, and he actually started off on bongos.
Yeah,
playing a lot of Santana stuff.
It was Dave Lombardo. Was it Cuba or? Yeah, because he played it with sort of like the family barbecue type things, didn't he? He was.
Yeah.
No. Lars Ulrich. I'm sorry. In that list of top 10 drummers, Lars Ulrich comes about 50th.
If he's lucky.
You might like Lars Taylor, which is fair dues. Me personally, when you've got like Hawkwind just put in there Ginger Baker. Ginger Baker is another fucking drummer that can do things with a drum beat. And he'll have like 3 drum beats on the go at the same time. And you think, what? Your head's like, what the fuck is he doing? It's like, this man's not right in the head. Well, he wasn't, but
yeah.
That was jazz.
Tom Hunting from another guy from Exodus. He's a good drummer now.
Yeah. I think over the years there's been some very. I mean, everybody always goes on about Bonzo, and Led Zeppelin, heaviest drummer. Yeah, well, that was only because he was heavy. He was good, but he wasn't that good. I'm just trying to think of some other ones from that era. I just keep coming back to Bill Ward and people like Ginger Baker.
For me, it's Bill Ward from that era.
I like Keith Moon as well. Keith Moon's another one. Completely. Yeah, Keith Moon was completely untrained. He was a nightmare. But he was brilliant at what he could do on a drum kit.
Yeah, even blow the eardrums from Pete. Even blow his eardrums up.
It's a nightmare. Keith, bless him.
Keith, well, bless him.
Do you know, I think looking at that list of drummers, I'd have to say Ginger Baker definitely is up there on that list. He's well up there.
He's well up there, yeah. Again, though, another drummer that were fucking crackers. I think Moon were lethal when he got with anybody. He could be lethal on his own.
A lot of people have probably heard the story about Keith Moon buying 2 Harleys so he could ride down a hallway in the hotel. I mean, the days of that have gone. When do you ever hear 5 Finger fucking Death Punch throwing a telly out of a window? It's all gone.
Yeah.
You know, Keith Moon putting a waterbed in a lift and then it burst. You know, this is class.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Great stories.
Lemmy waiting until somebody puts their head in a speaker cabinet and then hitting a guitar string and blowing Bill's eardrum.
Ah. A filthy animal putting a knife through a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Oh, great times.
I'm sorry, the days of like that, those people have gone.
Yeah.
More's the pity.
Well, that's it. Lemmy
Yeah.
were the last of that era to go, really, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Too many, Bill. Too many. I definitely drowned a few of the buggers.
Well, I know when Keith finally died, his bank account was actually in the red.
Yeah.
You know, he was a party animal, that like.
Yeah. And his mate, Ollie Reed.
Yeah.
Jesus, you imagine stories they could tell. Jesus.
It's scary. Yeah, I'd agree with you. It can be, but
Can't most musicians when they get to a certain stature.
I think a lot of the David Gilmour thing goes back to the other knob of Pink Floyd. Yeah, I'd say Pink Floyd. The problem with Pink Floyd as a band is Pink Floyd isn't a band anymore.
Nah, it's not been a band for a long time.
Pink Floyd is a marketing exercise now.
Mm. Yeah.
And I'm a big Floyd fan, but I don't like some of the things that are done and said. I'll be honest with you. Here's another story for you about Slash. Slash got pulled into a hotel room by Lemmy and told by Lemmy, you need to cut your drinking down. Now, when you get pulled in by Lemmy, who sat there with a bottle of Jack drinking, and you get told you need to calm down on your drinking, what a fucking problem.
Yeah, you know you've gone a bit too far.
Yeah. I as for the Pink Floyd thing, I've seen what Gary's put out. You know, I think the issue with Pink Floyd is they've lost direction of music. Pink Floyd have become this money-making scheme. The days of when they made good music and good albums. I'll tell you when it changed for me with albums. It changed with Another Brick in the Wall.
Yeah. They've become that sort of money-making cabaret act, haven't they, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a real shame. But it's the way it is, you know. Well, Roger Waters, I don't know if you've read a lot of what Roger Waters says, Gary. Roger Waters is quite a hateful individual. Some of the things he said and come out with about that we should forget about the Second World War, and other political. I'm not going into politics on it, but believe me, but political stuff, because none of us want to talk about politics.
Nah.
And that's my point. This is a music show and having a laugh show and whatever, and opinions about different musical stuff. He's a musician, but he's talking about Adolf Hitler, and he's talking about Jews, and he's talking about all of these things that he shouldn't be talking about.
No.
That's got nothing to do with music. You can put a point across in an album or in a song, and it's been done very well many times.
Absolutely.
American Pie, Bye Bye Miss American Pie, which was obviously about losing Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper and Ricky Valens.
Ricky Valens.
That was a good way of putting across in the music the way the
day the music died.
It's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Putting across hate in music. No, I'm not up for that sort of thing. Well, I'm trying to be nice about when I said hateful. I don't want to offend anybody who's watching, and because you guys are entitled to your opinions. You might like Roger Waters, what he says, and that's great. That's fine. David Gilmour's is bad. And my opinion on the whole Pink Floyd thing is what they did to Syd Barrett. As a lot of people know, Syd Barrett was a schizophrenic. He suffered with schizophrenia. I'm not saying they were to blame, but when he went down to that dark place with schizophrenia, nobody was there to help him.
No.
And believe me, from somebody who is a schizophrenic, when you go down that dark place, it is a fucking not a nice place to be. And if you've got no one there to help you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
No,
they didn't do a lot to help him at all, did they?
I mean, there's been other bands over the years that have been as bad as well. It just seems such a shame, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just seems such a shame people like that. I think because I've always thought Syd Barrett and like you said earlier, Jim Morrison with the Doors. Jim Morrison was very They were very similar characters, sort of. They were like that poetic poet.
Yeah.
They didn't care about money or anything. They just wanted to write whatever and enjoy life.
Whatever. Have a jam.
And enjoy the music.
Yeah. Just enjoy life in general.
So I know you're a big Doors fan.
I love the Doors.
The Doors music for me, again, great. And I'm not saying Jim Morrison was perfect. I mean, I'm sure he could be a bit of a he could be a bit of a pain in the arse at times, bless him. But I also think he could have been helped more.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, not the band, but I think the hanger-oners definitely didn't help him. They were just there for the booze and the money.
Yeah. Gary, you're very right. I'll tell you a quick story. Back in 1998, I used to go down to Cambridge, the place, a lot.
Yeah.
Which is where most of Floyd are from, Pink Floyd. And I bumped into somebody in a shop in Cambridge, and that was Syd Barrett. So I actually met Syd Barrett very briefly That was not long before he passed away. But I met Sid, and the whole Black Eyes, the mind was gone. Yeah, he was gone. His mind was just burnt out. And unfortunately, if you don't treat schizophrenia, that's what happens. It's dangerous like that. I'll agree with I'll agree with you. Roger Waters did some very good writing. I'll agree with you there. Yeah, I think that's it's a difficult one. It's some people. I'll tell you another one. Nick out of Hawkwind, right?
Yeah.
He was great for Hawkwind because he was so he was nuts. But
Absolutely,
he was great for some of the stuff he came out with. But he ended up being he was the pain of the arse of the band in a lot of ways. It's sometimes musicians just can't function together.
No. Yeah, we were talking about this other day. It's like bands get together, they're all friends. Oh yeah, we're all in this together, and then get them 4 or 5 years down the line when they've got a bit of success, and they all start fucking hating each other.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're on the road together 200 odd plus days out of the year, it's going to be more like a marriage than what a fucking marriage is.
Yeah.
In some respects. You're all stuck on that tour bus. You just can't get away from each other.
No, it is. Yeah, there is, Bill. It's because you find most people who are bipolar or schizophrenic are generally more creative. And Gary, it wasn't heroin, it was LSD. That's what fried his mind.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I wonder if that's why I'm not so creative then. I'm not bipolar. I might be schizophrenic.
Well,
I'm psycho, I know that.
Which one?
All of them.
All of them. You see, it's like Nick Turner. I love Nick. I thought Nick Turner was great. I really did. But also, I could imagine Nick Turner being a right pain in the ass. The same with Dave Brock. I think Dave could be. It's when you're in a band that long together, there's going to be clashes.
Yeah.
Very few bands where everything goes all hunky dory forever.
Especially the amount of members that Hawkwind had together.
Yeah. And the fact that Hawkwind were at best disorganised.
Yeah. I think it's like Lemmy said in his documentary. It was drug snobbery.
Yeah. You had half the Hawkwind. They were doing half the Hawkwind were doing like LSD and weed and mushrooms and all of that. And then you had another bit of them all doing fucking speed and whiz. But you think, yeah, there's going to be a clash.
It's not a good mixture, is it? Bless him.
Dave Brock is if anybody should have had a knighthood, Dave Brock should have had a knighthood, I think. Because the Hawkwind have given a lot to music over the years.
Yeah.
some of the stage shows were just so bizarre. It was just
Stacia. Yeah. We know what Matt's going to be dreaming about tonight.
I do every night when I go to sleep. The amount of times that Alana's caught me hugging the pillow while sucking on the corner, it's terrible.
Christ, all we must be in the 80s by now.
Yeah, it got to be. I'm pleased Dave Brock is still going. You know, because like he's in his 80s now, and
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. Hawkwind's the only concert that you go to when they lock the door once you get in.
It's like being a Tottenham fan.
You got, I mean, like AC/DC, Angus, they did drugs in the younger days.
They all did.
But nowadays, the strongest thing that they drink is a cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
And a packet of fags.
Oh, yeah.
Cigarettes for the American out there, if there is any.
You have a faggot? No. I had to explain that one to Tyler once.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can imagine that went.
No, Tyler, no, cigarette. Oh.
Bless him.
He's a nice lad, Tyler.
Yeah, I like Tyler. He's a good bloke. Yeah, you would block. You just look for the elderly gentleman in schoolboy trousers.
Yeah, 5 foot tall elderly gentleman in schoolboy trousers.
And an SG.
Do you know what I think is you saying about Malcolm was when Malcolm got the dementia?
That was sad.
That broke my heart. That did seeing
Yeah.
him. It really did. It's daft getting so upset over someone you don't even know, but it really was. It was one of those things you looked at and you thought, "Oh, for fuck's sake, you know, poor bastard."
Yeah, I mean, it's like going back to Lemmy documentary. You can see him going downhill towards end of film.
Do you know the last concert I watched of Lem's was I watched. It would have been Wacken before he got really ill. I watched the one at Wacken, and then he did the year after. And I started watching it. I was like, "No, I can't watch it." Just turned it off. I could not watch it because it choked me up.
Yeah.
And the other one was when he was going on stage, trying to get on stage with Metallica, and he got halfway up the steps and he was falling backwards. Because
when did he Glastonbury that year? And he was just...
He was playing. It was like he was playing a song and forgot
which song he was singing.
And he went into a different song, and you think,
well, nah,
I don't want to watch this anymore. I can't. I just it just choked me up. That you know, people probably think I'm an idiot, but Lemmy's always been a massive, and Motorhead, a massive thing for me.
Yeah.
So to watch Lemmy go like that and then pass away. Bless him. It's just very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I know, like a lot of, I know the band now won't really talk about Lem.
No.
They don't like to talk about them because of it. But to go on as long as he did,
absolutely. He always said he wouldn't stop Motörhead until he passed away.
Yeah, he would. I think you just got to look at Motörhead now and Lemmy for what they gave everybody. Yeah, they gave Lemmy gave a lot, a hell of a lot. And he also had one of the most wicked sense of humours on the fucking planet. And right now, all I've got in my head is the dead frog joke.
Me and all. How do you sell a frog to a deaf guy? Do you want to buy a frog?
Very much a thing, Gary. I grew up with, among other bands, I grew up with Hawkwind, and a Motorhead. That was, and Sabbath, but mainly Motorhead. So I grew up with that. It was like losing a family member to me.
Yeah.
And the day of the funeral, I watched the whole funeral and I cried. I'll be honest, I cried through it.
Yeah, we watched it as well.
It was horrible to watch.
Yeah.
Especially
when Paul got up there, his son.
Yeah. You could tell also, like Dave Grohl, how close him and Dave were. Because Dave was just, he was fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not just punk though, Bill. Thrash, speed.
Yeah.
Any sort of really extreme form of rock and metal.
Lemmy was single-handedly, I mean, Jesus Christ, you look at Lemmy's career and other bands that Lem was in, the Rockin' Vickers, obviously Hawkwind, Motorhead, Probot. There was a band in between the Rockin' Vickers that he did a song with, and I can't think the name of it now. But
Headcat,
obviously, yeah, with Danny B and my memory gets bad at this time of night. But yeah, he did all the old rock and roll stuff.
Yeah,
because that's where his heart was. That was
exactly
them. And that's what rock and roll's all about. It's enjoying it.
Absolutely. All about having fun.
It's what all music should be about.
Girls' school.
Oh, girls' school.
You wouldn't say that now if you saw them.
I have.
So we Saxon.
Oh dear, they've aged.
Yeah, and not for the better.
Some things age like a fine wine. Girls' school aged like a piece of cheese. They got mouldy. Grab a granny night, yes, Lisa, that's the one.
Oh.
Yeah, if I wanted to pull a granny, I'd just go down the bingo.
But at least at least we got to see Fast Eddie on that tour.
Yeah, Fast Eddie Clark. Do you know there was another guitarist who's very underrated as well? And Wurzel.
Yeah, Wurzel.
Michael Bastian.
Sergeant in the British Army.
Sergeant Michael Bastian. Can you imagine him as a sergeant? Do you know,
Not really.
I think Wurzel actually served in Northern Ireland at some point.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, what he served as, he didn't say.
But can you imagine getting a beasting off Wurzel?
I'll buy you a pint later. I'll buy you a pint later. All right. Oh,
Your beasting for today is to keep going to the bar until I tell you to stop.
Peter Steele.
Pete
Yeah.
Steele, yeah.
Yeah, that's he died a while back, didn't he? Bless him.
Yeah. Oh, that channel that we watch, Grim Life Collective, they went to his gravestone the other day. Well, a few weeks back, yeah.
Because Peter wasn't that old, was he? He was only
No, I think he was only in his 50s.
Yeah. But he had a lot of problems with
He were another one that were very troubled.
Had a lot of problems with his with things that had happened, and he had I think he had quite a few drug problems, didn't he?
That as well, yeah.
Peter. I don't know whether he got off them later in life, but I know he did have. But yeah, he had a very good voice. I like his voice.
I like a bit of Typo Negative.
Fucking good band.
Yeah.
And a band that nobody really talks about now.
Yeah. Well, in fact, the drummer from Typo Negative was the original drummer in New York. They weren't really hardcore, but
the New York
crossover than Life of Agony.
You know.
So I've not heard much newer stuff from Life of Agony, but I didn't mind their early stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That was a brutal album, yeah.
I think a lot of that was, a lot of it was Peter. I think he was another one who let everything out on his music. He just...
Yeah, I certainly did.
Bill, I think Bill's just listing his fantasy women again.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Wendy O and the Plastomatics.
Wendy O, Jesus.
Oh, yes, he had his demons, did Peter?
Definitely.
Look, a lot of people have had their demons, unfortunately. Billy Corgan.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I don't mind some of his stuff, if I'm honest. I as a guitar player, I think he's okay.
And the owner of TNA Wrestling.
Yeah. As a person, I've seen some interviews where I actually agree with him and I like him. And then 10 minutes later, I can watch one and think, he seems very sort of, he changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to meet him in person to be a judge of that, but I ain't got anything particularly against him.
Yeah. See, and we know what Lisa's going to be fantasizing about this evening. Oh, I'm going to get battered for that later.
Oh, you are.
Ah, well, I enjoy it. Some people have to pay good money for that.
Exactly, mate. He does, yeah. I'd agree with that. He likes his conspiracies, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I think he's been on Joe Rogan a few times as well.
I think he has, yeah. Yeah, I think he's Smashing Pumpkins. I think he was a bit of a control freak as well.
Didn't Billy have some problems with, like his father was abusive, or
Possibly.
I seem to remember reading something about his father was a bit of a nasty bit of work to him as he was growing up or something.
So I don't know. I never really got into Pumpkins. I don't really know much of his backstory.
The thing is, Gary, is that is probably true. Maybe he didn't give them, but there's been other people like that, and then you find out that they don't give them that because they can't trust the other members of the band. Another person like that is Glenn Danzig.
Yeah.
Now, I like Glenn. I like Glenn Danzig, and I think he's got a phenomenal voice.
Come out with some banging tunes, I know.
But Glenn Danzig as a person, wow! I couldn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't put up with him for like 5 minutes.
No, definitely a bit of a prick.
You know, he's a real dick.
Oh well, we'll have a look. We'll get 5 more minutes, take us up to midnight, and I think we'll call it at that.
What, before I turn into a pumpkin?
Again, yeah.
Yeah. I was never a massive Smashing Pumpkins fan.
I never got into them at all.
There was like a lot of things. There was a few songs they did that I thought, oh, yeah, that's a good song. But it was never a band that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
Oh, Glenn Danzig, musically, absolutely fucking brilliant. And if anybody's into their adult comics, Glenn Danzig now does adult comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're definitely adult comics. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll leave that one there.
But yeah, he's a strange individual, isn't he?
Strange individual. Yeah, I mean, he wrote all riffs on for Danzig.
Yeah. See, what I like, I was a big Misfits fan.
Yeah,
and I'm not on about the show I used to be on. I'm on about the actual band, the Misfits.
The horror punk band.
Loved them. But apparently Glenn was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah,
to work with.
That's why they kicked him out. I mean, I have somewhere downstairs. I have got the first, well, the only before the reformed as Danzig, the Sowain album.
Yeah,
that is weird.
Yeah,
that is very out there. Oh, Henry Rollins. I love Henry Rollins. He's a top bloke.
Yeah, Evanescence. That's another band for me personally. Is not a band that I'm into. Never really got into them as a band.
I don't mind a couple of the songs, but then again, I've not really listened to any full albums.
For me, I like my music. I prefer my music a little bit heavier. Is my go-to sort of music. But again, yeah, they've done some good stuff. Henry Rollins talking about anything. The man is just he's great.
He's brilliant. I love him. We went to see him a couple of years. Well,
I'm putting him in.
years back.
I thought it was a masterpiece. Putting him in Sons of Anarchy as a Nazi.
Yeah,
that was a masterpiece. That was just hilarious. The thing was, he played it so well.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a few of his films. I think he's a bloody good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely. He Never Died. That's a good film.
Yeah.
He can be a bit slow in places, but it's a good film.
That's another one, isn't it? Chubby Brown. A lot of people dislike Chubbs because of what he talks about. I quite like some of the stuff he comes out.
I don't mind some of his stuff. I won't say I'm a big fan of his, but I don't mind listening to him every now and again. I'm
not a big fan of his when he starts going on about all Muslims are murderers and starts going.
But would I stop other people going to see him? No.
No, if that's somebody you like to go and see, you can go. Enjoy yourself. It's no different to Kevin Bloody Wilson. That's somebody I'd love to see live.
Yeah.
Similar type of humour. Definitely very near the knuckle, but he's funny.
Yeah. Jethro. I would love to see Jethro.
I've seen Jim Davidson live a few times.
That's somebody else we'd like to go and see.
Jim's absolutely hilarious. He just don't care.
Nah.
But it's true what they say. You know what you're getting when you pay for the ticket. When you go in, don't go in there going, "Oh, I don't like him because he's swearing." Well, you knew what he was like before you went.
There's enough video evidence out there.
It's like Chubby Brown, it'd be like going to see the Dubliners and saying, "I don't like Irish music." Well, what did you go and see, you fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bernard Manning. Yeah, Bernard could be quite funny.
I've been to see Bernard at the Embassy Club.
Very, very charitable man,
Yeah.
Bernard Manning. Very charitable. Did a lot for people around his area. Very good bloke. People forget about that, call him a fat bastard and a racist. And he did a lot for the community. He was a good man. Another
one from that era, Les Dawson.
Oh,
I love Les Dawson. Absolutely.
Well, he used to be a doorman on one of the clubs in Manchester, didn't he? Yeah. I just can't imagine Les Dawson as a doorman, But yeah, I like that. Lily, the whole Lily Savage, I love that. It was just funny. It was a shame that Paul O'Grady's passed away. It really was.
Terrible. Unfortunately,
I know Paul had a few demons in his life, didn't he?
Yeah.
He'd had issues with alcohol and whatever. He was a very funny guy.
Absolutely hilarious. Right. Billy Connolly. I love. As me stitches Billy Connolly.
All right, the big yin.
Yeah. Right, that's midnight. I think we'll call it at that. If you want to say your goodbyes, Matt.
Yeah, been another fun show as normal.
Absolutely.
Waffling about, well, everything.
Everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing, as normal. Thank you to everybody who decided to turn up and have a chat and a waffle and a bit of a laugh. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their bank holiday. So,
Absolutely.
for now, guys, that is me over, out, and fluking off. So,
Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for Matt. And yeah, we'll have another one of these in another couple of weeks or so. And you'll have us two on Geek Morning and Ranting. And we'll have a word with Mr. G, and then we'll get him on as well. So you might have three old geezers morning.
I could get my walking stick out and wave that about.
Man and all.
I
I borrow one of my dad's. But yep, thanks for coming. We'll catch you next time. Keep it loud. Keep it heavy.